we have quite a bit coming out here at SIFT. We have the smartphone integration coming out here. I would say probably next couple weeks. The smarter contact integration should be out in the next couple weeks. The launch control integration should be out here in the next few weeks. Mobile records page and details page will be out here in the next week and a half. We have we're doing a contacts page. Essentially it's a like an owner's think of the owner's records page, but instead it's just for contacts. So basically on the owner's records page, you can just select a contact, change the status or toggle it as a contact. It'll move it over to another page where it's a contact with the status of whatever the status is our first version of that. So you'll be able to manage your realtors, your agents, your buyers and all that kind of stuff on that page, separate to everybody else. So we're really excited about that. You know, just a bunch of like odds and ends, you know, that we're doing, and all the while working on KPI management and campaign management, which is kind of like our big thing. That's going to be KPI management and campaign management is going to be the biggest thing that we've ever launched in general. So we're really excited about that. However, it's the biggest thing, but it's also one of the, not the easiest things. It's very complicated, but it's also one of the things that is the most of, I don't know, business wise, it's one of the most impactful that we've ever launched, I think. And it's a lot of moving pieces. So we're excited for that. And lastly, the last thing that we're launching at this year, KPI stuff's probably going to bleed into the new year. Let's be honest. It's a big feature. And we're already in November. We got a lot of other stuff. But lastly, is the inbound, outbound call sequences is a big thing. And so I want to talk about that really quick, and then I'll do my normal intro stuff and we'll press on. But I wanted to get out this stuff in the beginning. Is when people call inbound to your any of the stuff that you have an integration with us with, like the smartphone integration or the air call integration. When they call inbound, if you don't answer the phone call, you'll be able to do X, Y, or Z, right? You'll be able to create a task to return missed call. You'll be able to make that record go into the SIF line. If they call inbound and the number doesn't exist on the database, it'll create a blank owner and property essentially on the SIF line. And when you click on that record, it'll pop up and ask you to type the address that you want to add or search for owner in the database, depending on how the conversation goes. If you're like, oh, you're Jim Sally, and so you can type in that name and see if it shows up, you know, with an address. Or you can, if the conversation goes with, oh, I got 123 Main Street, you can just type in 123 Main Street and see if you have the address or add it new. So it just depends, right? And so we're really excited about that, because that really allows us then to do a lot of stuff with like offline marketing, so direct mail and stuff like that. So you'll be able to have a condition where if something calls inbound to, let's just say the number you use for direct mail, you'll be able to automatically move that person to a inbound direct mail board if you missed the phone call and things like that. So there's lots of really cool things that are be able to be done once that's out of the sequences. As long as someone's using, you know, the tracking numbers that we're integrated with and all that good stuff, it'll work out fine. Cool.